Hello, this is Peter with another video. Today I thought I'd do an update on some of my White Sapote seedlings. So those of you that might remember last year, I germinated a few White Sapote seedlings. Unfortunately only a few of them actually germinated, and then I had a few issues with some of them. So in the end I've actually only got two that made it. This one did the best. It grew a fair amount up until winter, and then it just sat dormant indoors. I've had it in the greenhouse now for a few months. It has just been growing, especially recently it's been growing quite fast, but it has only just started pushing out growth again. So yeah, I'm hoping now with the warmer weather it'll encourage it to do quite well. The second one here, which is much smaller, was struggling last year, and then it started doing okay, and then it got eaten by a slug or a snail. See the top of it there, got completely munched off. So I moved it off the floor in the greenhouse and put it on a shelf, and since then it has been pushing some side shoots out, so I'm hoping that's going to be able to recover now. And then this one here is actually one I got from Jurassic Plants last year. I think it was over winter, but I can't remember exactly when I got it. I'll have to check back, but I did leave it in the greenhouse when it was still quite cold in there, but it made it fine with the heaters that I had in there. Now this one, I have repotted it since I got it, but it hasn't grown a whole lot. It is starting to get some new growth now though. As you can see, just pushing out some new growth at the minute. So yeah, it's been a little bit slower, and it does seem to be growing more compact. If you can see, the spacing between each leaf node is very tight, whereas on this other seedling here it's much greater distance between each node. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe this is just going to be a more compact form, or maybe it's because the roots were more restricted for longer, but yeah, hopefully it's going to start to take off now. Now my aim with these was to actually be able to graft onto them in the future. I'm hoping to eventually be able to source some scions, some different varieties to be able to graft onto them, as it could take a very long time for these to produce fruit from seed, if ever. But if I can't find any scions, I'll continue to grow them into single specimen trees, and we'll see, maybe eventually they'll produce fruit. I did also recently get some more seeds. I think I got them back in June, just before I went to Spain, and I sowed them just before I went away. I'll also do an update on them as well while we're here. I'll have to go indoors to show them. Okay, so here you can see I've got a few more White Sapote seedlings. I've got 4 of them here. Now I actually bought 10 seeds. I imported them from the US, from the same nursery where I got the ones I got last year from. I noticed they got some more in stock a little bit earlier this year. So I tried germinating them, and out of the 10, only these 4 have actually germinated. I'm not quite sure why, but all the others rotted away. I did remove the seed husk, so I don't know if that was part of the issue. That was recommended to remove the husk to try and improve germination rate or speed up the germination process. So I did do that. And I don't know if that contributed to them rotting, or if it's just that they've been sent overseas and they've been in an envelope for quite a while. I think they took a good couple of weeks to get here in the post, so that could have also contributed. But I'm very happy to have these 4 seedlings alive anyway, and they all seem to be growing quite rapidly, and they're all about the same kind of height, roughly I'd say maybe 20 centimeters or so. I did repot them into these 1 litre pots from pots this kind of size, so it's not a huge upgrade, but the the roots were already poking out the bottom of those little tiny pots they were in. So I put them into these larger ones. Now these are in a mix of coconut husk chips, perlite. I think I'll put a bit of peat moss in there as well, and a little bit of compost. And yeah, I think I put 2 parts of perlite, so it should be quite well draining. And yeah, since I repotted them, they have started to push out some new growth, so they do seem to be doing quite well at the minute. And again, this was really to try and get some more seeds to be able to grow as rootstocks eventually. So yeah, overall I'm very pleased with the progress of these seedlings. We'll see how we get on with them over the next few months, as they should continue to grow. I'll probably leave them indoors for at least another couple of weeks, or maybe only another week or so, just to let them settle into these pots a little bit longer, as they've not been in these containers for very long. And then yeah, once they've settled in, I should be able to put them into a shady position outside, and hopefully they'll do quite well outdoors, at least until it starts going cold again. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll be sure to keep you all up to date with how my white sapotes do. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.